Good morning, everybody. Thank you, Phil and the team, for hosting another great conference. Matthew Allen is my name, here to update you on progress with our Cerro-Bayo flagship project just over the border in southern Chile. Thank you to all the shareholders that have taken the time to come and see Tim and myself at the booth over the last couple of days. And thank you to all the shareholders joining us online this morning as well. A little bit over 2 years ago, Andean picked up the historic Cerro-Bayo Silver-Gold Mine. This is a historic producing silver mine with an in-place infrastructure including process plant, on-site assay laboratory, and associated infrastructure facilities. So we are looking forward to now restarting this plant over the coming 2 years. Apologies, I don't know why these slides keep moving forward. We are looking forward to restart of that mill in the coming 2 years. We have been drilling since we took this project on 2 years ago. I think we're going to get all very dizzy watching these slides jump forward. We took over this project a little over 2 years ago. We started drilling in May of 2024, and in that time we have successfully grown the resource from 25 million ounces to now 136 million ounces that we reported just 3 weeks ago. We've grown the share price from 20 cents to now $2, so successful there. But most importantly, you'll notice that our share register is dominated by a large number of institutions, particularly North American institutions. We are nearly 55% held by North American institutions and around 10% internal. Board and management, we have a very successful team at both growing and developing projects, both in Latin America and more globally, including our senior management team in country, Damien Kerber, Alvaro Fuentes, and Sofia Aravina, who's been involved in permitting and approval for many similar projects historically. Excellent board, excellent management team, and a great project. Regionally, we've been talking Desierto Massif. You can see where our project is located on the Chilean side of the border. Across the border, large projects including the Sierra Negro project, the Cerro Moro project. We've just been talking Unico Silver and the Cerro Vanguardia project. So an excellent district, highly prolific silver gold mines through this area. Our tenure package, around 400 square kilometres, 2 main districts, the Laguna Verde mining district and the Cerro-Bayo district. Resource updated 3 weeks ago, 20 million tonnes at 211 grams equivalent silver. Infrastructure, I mentioned, not many projects come with a full set of infrastructure in place, including mill, assay laboratory, etc. And 100 million ounces of historical production out of this project over 25 years of mining. The mill was last run in 2022. It's currently on warm idle. And around the Laguna Verde district, you can see our current infrastructure and mines. Looking very briefly here at the Collita underground, you can see historic developments. We've now drilled this down another 200 metres at depth, and we continue to add tonnes and ounces here. Just last week, we announced the highest grade ever hit on the Trinidad vein system, 15,000 grams silver equivalent in that deposit, and is already developed infrastructure in place. Along with our Tema mine, this is another area we've been recently drilling and adding tonnes and ounces to. The Cerro-Bayo district, we're going to start drilling in the coming quarter. This is a super exciting district. No drilling here in nearly 20 years. This is the Marcella vein that was put in place by Coeur d'Alene in 2007. Infrastructure in place, unmined, and you can see the stoping panels there on screen. And then as we move to the west of that mine, you can see the Guanaco system that we're going to be drilling very shortly. Historically mined through open slot cut mines, but in veins extending over 1.5, 2 kilometres, and we've been now tracing these veins out further afield. Two days ago, we announced the initial exploration results at the Juanita prospect. If you want to drop by the booth, we have some of the chip samples from this area. 60,000 grams silver equivalent at surface. So very, very high grade system, 2 kilometre vein system that we have now mapped across surface, and we'll be drilling this in the coming 12, 24 months. So the Juanita area is a new prospect zone for us. The importance here is this is surface outcropping, very high grade, 18-metre widths, and provides the opportunity for a large stockwork open pit operation through this zone area. Guanaco, we're preparing to drill extensions on the Guanaco vein system, historically mined in the pink zones. We've now mapped these out over quite a continuous length of area. And we have also been mapping at surface the Droughtmaster corridor, which has got a number of vein systems over 4 to 8 kilometres here that we'll be drilling in the second half of 2027. So this is a very large system, largely undrilled, and it benefits from the access to the main highway infrastructure right back to the process plant about 10 kilometres to the west. So this is an area that our surface team have been mapping for some time. We have the historic Rayul open pit there, but we've also recently shot a large geophysical campaign over this area, and we've continued to map up undercover deposits that have never been seen previously. Everything in this area that's been developed historically is a surface outcropping system, and it's the first time anyone's shot geophysics to start looking undercover, and we can see the responses on geophysics are consistent with known mineralogy and give us very high confidence that not only are we going to find surface outcropping discoveries in future, but we're highly likely to find a series of undercover vein systems that have never been explored for previously. To our southeast is the Sintercap feature, which gives us confidence around the geological structure, that there's an intact Sintercap feature through this epithermal system extending from around 1,000 metres elevation down to the process plant at 420 metres elevation. So a very, very large system, very largely underexplored, down to only about 200 metres historically. So this is an area that we're excited to get into. Infrastructure, regional infrastructure. We have the town of Chile Chico on our doorstep. We have a 4,000 person town there. The mine will employ around 500 people at peak. That workforce is a drive-in, drive-out workforce to the mine, and we benefit from being embedded in that community. The port of Chacabuco, just to the north of the Lake General Carrera area, is the deep water port, direct access to the Pacific, and we export around, or will export around 11,000 tonnes of concentrate per annum out of that deep water port. So in-place infrastructure, historically operated, as I said, between 1994 and as recently as 2022. So this is all very well established process pathways. The jurisdiction, Chile, very, very pro-mining. The Karst administration has been in place since early this year. Very strong and supportive mining regulations and framework. We have great engagement with all levels of the government supporting the restart of this operation. We're also deeply embedded in the community in the region. Around 90% of our workforce will be employed from the local community. We're engaged with the schools, developing career pathways for the students coming out of secondary school in the region. And as I mentioned, we'll employ around 500 to 600 people locally directly on the mine operation. Ahead of us over the next 12, 18 months, we're moving from a very large drill campaign. We've completed nearly 60,000 metres of drilling over the last 2 years, updated the resource 4 times. We'll continue the infill drilling to drill the resource up to the measured indicated category, and that will support us publishing our maiden feasibility study in the middle of 2027 calendar year. 2 rigs will go over to the Cerro-Bayo district very shortly. That'll be the first drilling in nearly 20 years in that area. And that's really exciting because to date, our new discoveries that have comprised the increase in the resource have all been within 1.5 kilometres of the process plant. So Cerro-Bayo district, that'll be the first drilling in nearly 20 years. And we expect that the Guanaco systems and the Marcella systems, we're going to extend and deepen those discoveries through that ongoing drilling. Regional exploration continues. We'll be drilling this project, we expect, for the next 10 to 20 years as we continue to grow. These epithermal systems, they tend to grow over time, and that's very consistent with the style of mineralisation. But we're already mapping to get ahead of the process plant with future exploration targets being defined, mapped, permitted and ready for drilling. But the next phase for us is all about the feasibility studies. We're engaging in Santiago with the engineering shops, preparing to start that work. The resource has already grown, as we mentioned. It supports a greater than 10-year mine life with the current resource. And we'll be looking to put together the restart plan, delivering that to market in the second half of calendar year 2027. So that's a pretty exciting time. It's a multi-track set of activity that we've got ongoing: drilling, studies, permitting and exploration. So the team, we've been growing over the last 2 years. We're now nearly 80 people strong in Chile, and with contractors around 200 people on site today. So it's a busy and active site. It's been growing rapidly. We continue to deliver excellent results with the drill bit, and we expect that to continue. Come by the booth outside. Tim and I will be there for the rest of the day. Look forward to showing you some of the samples from some of the existing mines. Fascinating project from a mineralogy point of view. So I'd love to come and show you some of the more recent rock chips from Juanita and chat you through the rest of the program with Cerro-Bayo. Thank you for taking the time to listen to the story, and have a great day.